will. Right. We'll get it all situated, but
dead. In You know me, I'm always dying. If I'm not dying, am I really able? But I will say I'm doing better each day. I able to remove all the I have on me Wednesday. So uh doing well, just doing proper care on my chest. My nipples are healing as best as they can. Um I did see the surgeon Wednesday. He says everything's up pretty well. He does wants to see me back in about late April. Said he wanted to do one more surgery on me. Stand by. Okay, so okay. I fixed the issue. Apparently, you were quiet the whole time. I didn't even notice.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, we got to get you a little stream deck. Like,
Yeah.
I've got everything programmed up to just where I hit buttons and I control it all. But yeah, like I was saying, like
How about
I asked.
Let me ask chat. The Joseph Santos. How about now? I realized I muted everything on my mixer, and I just realized that right now.
Jesus.
I
know how that goes because I've done it too, so I can't say anything. But I was showing you all the upgrades and everything that I've done to my side. Dude, seriously though, we've got to get you a little stream deck because it sits right here with me.
Okay, once I'm in Texas,
I just push buttons and everything just like I can set it up to mute everything that I need muted, bring up frames, bring up different like take away scenes and things like that just by a press of a fucking button. It is amazing as hell, and yeah, you need to get you one.
Once I'm in Texas, I'll get a stream deck, and once I get my own place, okay? Won't be for another 4 or 5 months, all right?
All right, that's cool. Anyway, you're still gonna have to work it within OBS if that's the case, then.
Fine, I don't mind.
But
yeah, get back to the point. Yeah, so everything's healing properly. He does want to see me one more time to get one last surgery. He says he wants to do laser surgery on the scars to minimize it. But
yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, but I did tell the nurse like I'm leaving in about May. So I kind of don't want to stay here longer than I need to. And I asked if it was necessary. She said not really. So I think for the scarring, I'll just do lotion. Then, like, I know there's like some type of.
Right. As far as that goes, like, I guess in that case, it'd be all about, aesthetics for you. How would you feel about that? I mean, is that something like if you have a scar that's actually visible, could you live with that?
I'm kidding. I'm not trying to get
No. Don't do that. But could you actually live with that kind of scar, like moving on in your life? The older you get, do you feel like you could actually live through that and it still be okay?
The scarring shouldn't be an issue. What will be an issue for me will be my nipples.
Dude, I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about mentally here. Like, think about it as a mental standpoint.
Mentally, yeah. Mentally, I can live with the scarring. I just don't think I can live with the scarring on the nipples.
Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna move on with it. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
Nope. Nope,
Or
nope,
try
nope,
to
nope,
mount it.
no. Well, too damn bad. It'll come out eventually because we're probably gonna do a show where I'm just not gonna care, and I'm just gonna spit off some like BS that people don't want to know. It's gonna happen, just not today.
Oh dang.
But nah. That'll come up eventually. But you ready to get into this, man?
Not really, but do we have a choice?
No, we do not.
Right?
All right. So the first one here, of course, this is kind of big. Like the whole world is burning, but yet we get small glimmers of hope once in a while that everything's going to turn out like okay, and we can hold on to something. Call it controlled opposition, call it the pressure relief valve, call it whatever you want to. We get those small glimmers of hope, and then everything just burns around that hope. Like, you know, the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. Like, that was a clear-cut case of self-defense. Say what you want about the kid. It doesn't matter. You think what you want to about him. But that was a clear-cut case of self-defense, and he won that trial. However, this fucking... I'm not even going to give the dude any kind of credit in anything. I'm not going to give him any kind of respect because this is the fucking problem with you, society. Jussie Smollett. All right, it's fucking English. We're going to say it like that. I'm not going to name him Jussie Smollett. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. You're a piece of shit.
Well, you're not
all right.
French?
I don't give a shit. I really don't. My whole intent now to this dude is going to be to make fun of him. To literally make fun of this dude. Now, all right, if for people that don't remember about the story, or you know, you just got to come back to this as a whole. Let me give you a whole rundown of why this pisses me off. Okay, and it pisses a lot of people off for the same reason. Yes, I get you, but this dude, before the, you know, leading up to the 2020 elections and things like that, you know, that the whole campaign, this dude faked a hate crime in the middle of Chicago. Okay, had friends that he had hired, or supposed friends, acquaintances, if you want to call them that. He hired them, cased the place out. There is an actual video of him talking to the people he hired like a day or two before, pointing at the camera that was going to catch the act on camera. You know, scoping the place out, plan this out to the T as best as his pea fucking brain could ever do. Okay. So the whole incident plays out in the middle of Chicago. You're going to tell me that two white people attacked you, put a noose around your neck, poured bleach on you. They were wearing MAGA hats, screaming, "This is MAGA country."
In Chicago, don't forget to mention.
It's fucking Chicago.
This also did happen, what, like 1 in the middle of the night?
Yeah, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that, you know?
After
like,
he had on his way home from a subway.
I mean, the whole story was just
told, like... I will mention...
Dude, was this before the Bubba Wallace incident or after the Bubba Wallace incident?
What was the Bubba Wallace incident? Refresh my memory.
That was a dude in NASCAR that opened up his locker.
Before. That was way before.
Okay. But I mean, it still reeks of the exact same shit. Like, this is made up from the very beginning. You hear about it. There's no way in hell in one of the bluest cities here in the United States that two white men are going to feel emboldened to attack a predominantly black person in a predominantly black city. Okay.
You know what I find funny?
Nobody's going to find that to be a thing. I don't care how racist you are. But go ahead.
Here's the funniest part I will say. Isn't he like, or when this happened, isn't he like a B tier or C actor?
I don't know what tier they would consider him yet, but yes, he was on the Empire.
Yeah. So for those not aware of what Empire was or don't remember, Empire is majority or only black show?
I've
never seen it myself.
I never saw it either. It never caught my attention, you know,
so
to me.
it for sakes of this, it was predominantly black actors on the show for a black audience.
Okay.
You tell me
Yeah.
two racist white Trump supporters in Chicago would know what Empire is, who Jussie Smollett is, and attack him in the middle of the night in the freezing cold. In February, have Bleach, a noose, MAGA hats, and know he's in the exact time and location he's coming home from a subway. That doesn't strike you as odd? Just saying.
Well, even if it was a random attack, who the fuck carries a noose and bleach on them at all times like that? Even if it was planned that they were going to go out and do something.
The only time I could have
Does it not strike anybody odd that, hey, this motherfucker's got a noose and this motherfucker's got bleach? What's going on?
The only thing I would find suspicious, I wouldn't find suspicious, would be the bleach if you're going home from the store. But like,
yeah, so with groceries and things like that, you know, but you're talking about, okay, like, what is it? New York is the city that never sleeps or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I lived for a couple of months. I lived an hour outside of Chicago. I went into Chicago a lot to do some things while I was living up there for a while. It doesn't matter what time you go, people are walking around. Like, it's a busy ass city. It doesn't stop either. So you're going to tell me that in that entire time frame, like, even if they were just like sitting around in a car or something like that, like nobody would find it suspicious that two white people are wearing MAGA hats, like, and they're just randomly going to attack somebody in a predominantly black city. They're just going to attack a black dude. That screams, I'm going to fucking die. And this is my suicide call. If that's a thing, you know what I'm saying? So just breaking it down mentally like that, the entire, from that moment when I first heard about this story, I called bullshit. Just like I called bullshit about the Bubba Wallace thing. You know, it's a racially charged time. There are already a lot of fucking racially charged false flags all over the country that we've heard about. And then this dude just pops up like this. I want to say this dude tried to do this to boost his fucking career. Like, that's all that was for. Was to get the sympathy of the people in a racially charged kind of motivation. Oh, this happened to me, and you need to support me because I'm a fucking victim. And now he's a multimillionaire propped up by something he did himself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what that's for.
Use his victim cards to protect him.
And that's in the chat. Yeah.
Also, chat says white and black tensions in Chicago. As real,
I hear you,
Ned. Though it's suspicious that these guys supposedly had a noose with them, as well as the bleach at 2 a.m. of all places, 2 a.m. of all times.
And nobody finds that suspicious at all. Come on, now that's already 100% bullshit. And yes, I see you, Nat. Yeah, she said it is the city that never sleeps and called me a pussy.
That's asking, do you believe the sentencing is fair for Jussie?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. And I want to get into this. Like, I'm not going to read the article and everything, but here's the way this is played out. This is already way old news that we brought up. I just kind of want to bring it for a reference to hear what we're talking about. All right, this dude was sentenced to 150 days in jail and probation time and everything like that for faking a fucking hate crime in a racially charged atmosphere because of the elections and everything like that. It's always fucking racially charged during election time. And if you guys don't see that, you have to be functionally retarded.
Only have to.
Every 4 to 6 years, it is racially charged every time. And I expect this to be no different because it is a huge midterm election.
But wasn't BLM popular in the 2016 election?
No.
No?
No, I think BLM actually started either during or after that.
No, they started in Obama's administration after.
Yeah. Okay, you're
After
right.
one of
You're right.
them got after one black guy got shot by a cop. For who the guy? Michael
I don't
Brown.
remember either. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
I think it might have been Michael Brown. Could be wrong though.
That sounds right, but I mean, I'm not too 100% familiar with that because I'm gonna be honest. I'd never heard about BLM until 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it existed. I've heard it, but I never looked at it. They never really said anything or did anything that was kind of like, hey, this is a thing. You need to kind of pay attention to that. And then all of a sudden, 2020 comes up and they're rioting in the streets, you know? So I don't know too much about that. The only thing I do know is what you have shown me and what you stand for. And I do not agree.
They got a lot of traction, especially this last year, with all the riots.
I need the YouTube link. Nat, all you have to do is search on YouTube. Abel, if you could actually post that.
Which one?
For Nat there. In my, I guess it would be my Discord because that's where she's at. But yeah, the YouTube link for your channel.
Ah, sure. I will post that. Do that right now.
But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I've never heard of BLM. Like, as a regular person, I've never heard about BLM until literally until we locked down. Right after the lockdowns with the riots and everything like that, you know, these police shootings that actually do happen across the country. And I want to get into this for just a little bit of hair after this story, but they only propped up the white cops that killed black people because they wanted to racially charge the election once again, like they always do. This dude comes along, fakes a hate crime to boost his career, thinks he's going to get off scot-free for it. Everybody's going to just to follow him and just throw money at him because he's the victim. This dude not only got caught, was found guilty, and spends 150 days, was sentenced to 150 days in jail. He could have got out in 75 days or something like that with good behavior. This motherfucker, while in jail, starts screaming, "I'm not safe." He's in solitary fucking confinement. Okay? When he has to go to the rec yard, there ain't a damn other person in the prison except for the guards that can be out there, right? He's serving his entire sentence this way. What are you afraid of? Who's going to attack you? The guards? You think you're going to get Epsteined? Are you fucking kidding me?
Does he have any history on the Clintons? It would be my first question.
I'm going to say absolutely not, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, how fucking deep does that shit go, dude? But no, it's... Come on. You're going to tell me that you're going to cry foul. I need to get out of here. I'm not safe. People are going to attack me. People are going to kill me while you're in solitary confinement and nobody but the fucking guards see you. Okay, if the guards want to kill you, I don't blame them. I'm going to be honest. If that's what you were afraid of, I don't blame the guards. Dude, you fucking faked a hate crime to make your career better. You wanted to paint the entire white race as evil because you wanted to boost your fucking career, and you want me to feel sorry for you being a white man? Come the hell on, man. Grow the fuck up.
I wouldn't.
You sit there. No. Actually, the quartering had it fucking right. Jeremy Hambley. This dude had it right. He should have just did the fucking time. Because he appealed the case and everything like that. This is going to hang over his ass for months, possibly even years. You're backing up a system that is already backed up because everybody wants to appeal every bullshit fucking case. They got I read somewhere along the lines, it was over 3,000 backlog cases. So you're going to spend months, maybe years with this hanging over your head, where if you do anything, they could revoke all that shit and you serve everything right then and there. That's what that means. You step out you jaywalk, motherfucker, they can bring you back to jail.
I'm all for
Stop playing games.
At him.
I mean, I would be too.
Like I said, he tried to blame this on two Trump supporting white MAGA wearers.
Right.
Let's say for the unsuspecting luck that he was right. That it was actually two white people. We both know they would have gone in life in prison. No parole, no.
Right.
And that's the maximum they would have gone. The minimum would have been at least a couple decades.
Yeah.
What, at least 50 years?
I mean,
maybe.
Is minimum? Hold up. I'm not totally sure about that, but isn't racial crimes a felony?
I believe federally it is. But I'm saying they would have used those two individuals as symbols of what not to do. Especially a protected class. He's gay and he's black.
Right.
And he's loved by everyone in politics, especially Blowjob Harris.
Yeah. Because he just bends over for everybody. He stands for nothing. He is nothing. He follows the fucking money. And that's a lot of people, especially in our news, in our entertainment, movies, TV, music, a lot. I mean, I can name very few that stand up and have the balls to actually call this shit out or just say what they actually think,
I don't pay enough attention to bloody celebrities.
Well, I don't either, but I have been now because...
Oh, okay. So Chad just said hate crimes are an enhancement.
An enhancement? What?
I don't know. That's what Chad said. I would assume if, it's an extra charge. That's how I'm...
Yeah, but is it still a misdemeanor or a felony kind of situation? It could be an extra charge. You could add on, but I mean, I still don't know how it's classified. But still, it just goes back to the whole... Here's my thing with this, okay? You lied about everything. You reported a lie to police. You went through... You were willing to go to court and prosecute two people who will spend years behind bars for a lie. And you only get 150 days in jail? 75 or something with good behavior? Oh yeah, probation for a couple of years. You don't do something, you're fucking rich, dude. You're a half-ass celebrity. You make more money sitting on your ass than I do working 8 hours a fucking day. But why? Why the hell would you not just do the time? Because now you have this shit sitting over you for years. The entire country is looking at you, and we are pissed at all the bullshit that is happening.
Okay, so I did find some information on the hate crimes, especially since it's Chicago. So
okay,
let me send it to you.
But I mean, it's just I guess I gotta start mine.
I'll send this to you on Telegram.
Yeah, I gotta start mine up there. All right, but
well, let me read. Chicago. Let me read what it says. So this is, like I said, this is from Chicago.
Hold on. Let's see if this actually works. I want to... Oh, we good. Go ahead.
All right, perfect. What is a hate crime? Hate crimes are acts of bigotry and are committed because of the intended victim's actual or perceived ancestry, color, creed, gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, physical or mental disability, including HIV status. I'm sorry, what?
Including HIV what? Hold up. It's a hate crime to be like, dude, you have AIDS. You cannot work around patients.
Blood?
That's a hate crime?
Oh, then. Well, that's new for me.
Okay.
You know what?
That's probably because of your fucking state. I'm not gonna hold up.
No, this is Chicago. This is Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, okay. So Chicago's like, hey, you can't hate me because I have AIDS. You can't discriminate against me because I have AIDS, which is a blood transmitted sexually or blood transmitted disease. Whoa, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't want you around people that are going to be vulnerable to that infection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, even if it's like, okay, factory work, I'm going to allow you to be there. But people need to know. Because if you get cut and you're splurting out blood and they're trying to help you, now they could potentially be infected.
Especially if they get a cut as well.
Right. I mean, if they're really seriously hurt and they get you could potentially get infected trying to save somebody's life and not even know it. That kind of thing needs to be known. Now, I do understand the fact that because of that reason, people, if you get really seriously maimed, most people would not run to your side to help you out, to give you some kind of CPR so the paramedics can get there. I get you with that. But that needs to be a decision I need to make right there in that moment. But go ahead.
All right, let me finish. But before I start again, chat is saying sentencing enhancements like gang activity. Yes, they are felonies. All federal crimes are felonies.
Well,
that's what chat's saying.
If it takes it to a federal level, then yeah, I can see that. It's just on how they would sentence.
If I remember, Jussie has a federal investigation against him for sending him on death threats.
Oh yeah, yes. But
okay, so let me get back to the article on what a hate crime is according to Chicago or national origin. Hate crimes not only harm the victim but also the group in which the targeted member belongs. Standing alone, these predicate offenses would otherwise be considered misdemeanors and carry lesser penalties. However, because of the chilling nature of hate crimes against the victim and the actual perceived group to which he or she belongs to, the law elevates these misdemeanors to felonies, which carry stiffer penalties. Perpetrators of hate crimes are also subject to enhanced penalties if their criminal acts are committed in places of worship, schools, cemeteries, or parks. Hate crimes can only be charged when another crime, such as assault, battery, criminal damage to property, criminal trespasses, mob action, disorderly conduct, harassment by telephone, intimidation, stalking, cyberstalking, or transmission of obscene messages occur and a specific hate motive is established.
Hold up. I got a question.
And I might have an answer.
Mob action. What does that mean?
I would assume it would causing issue for someone that would be a hate crime. So I would say for the city of Chicago, for another Smollett case, it would be a group of white people attacking a black individual at a park. No, let's say black guy is with his family. He's at his church at the park that's located next to his church, and then he's attacked by a mob. Yeah, like that's what the mob would there.
Okay,
but let's be honest, it's Chicago. It's actually black on blue, and now I'm banned.
Yeah, yep. But no, okay. So would you remember that dude that took two to the chest? We talked about that before. Like there were
Yes,
multiple people involved in that. Would that not be mob action?
that would be mob action. Mob action, I would believe. But because it's
So would
Portland,
that not be hate crime? Even if it wasn't racially motivated, it was politically motivated, but there was mob action involved to take one person out because of what they believed.
let me see. Well, I know we're only looking at.
I know it didn't happen
Chicago.
in that shooting. That shooting didn't happen in Chicago, was it? Yeah, Portland. Okay, so that's not a thing. As if Portland would do that, but I mean, would that not kind of follow into the same action?
No, because it only considers. Let me see. Bigotry. So it would be on actual or perceived ancestry, color, creed, gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, physical or mental ability, or national origin. So it doesn't the guy who got shot and killed was only shot because he Trump support. Sadly, his political leaning is not a.
Well, I mean, political leaning, as far as that goes, I mean, that really doesn't fall under hate crime for that then, because I mean, that was politically motivated and not really racially or sexually charged in any way. So I mean, I guess that wouldn't fit then, no. But that is vague as hell as far as what Chicago is saying all this is. And I don't know, it has to be intentionally vague because the more you drag it out, you could have the opposite effect, to where, if you spell it to a T, somebody's going to be like, but I didn't do this and get off scot-free. I get you. So it has to be kind of vague about that. But that is way too vague to just be like mob action. Because a mob can be 2 or 3 people, or it can be 500. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about how you perceive mob at that point, which is what that kind of creeps up into this, because there was 2 people that attacked him. Yes, he paid for him. He got away damn near scot-free.
So would they be considered?
He got fame for it.
Strippers because he paid them.
Well, there was no sexual favors, so I guess hitmen. I mean, they didn't kill, but they were there to maim and make it look like it,
Yeah, they probably sucked him off. Because what, didn't he say one of them was with him?
I'm not. Like, there was probably some circle jerk. Okay, hold on. Let me. There was probably some circle jerks or shit going on like that. Like, I had it on the rant page. I'm sorry, I flipped it over. But yeah, there was probably some circle jerks and things going. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't. What I care about is the fact that you lied to further your career. You lied not only to the American people, but you lied to the police. You lied in court. And then all of a sudden your shit comes up. And your only defense, your only defense to this whole damn thing was, or I'm sorry, not defense, but the really last words is to let everybody know that you fought back. You fought back against what? Your own damn self? Like, I don't know if this dude actually believes this shit was real and this shit happened, or like, I'm going to say this is class A fucking acting at this point. If this is 100% acting, this dude should go down in history as one of the best fucking actors ever. To believe this shit 100%, even though in the back of your mind, I made it all up. But to believe it and play it out, like, dude, that's some damn good acting at that point. But this motherfucker actually served, what was it, literally like 5.5 days on a 150-day sentence. And he was like, he had to, of course, press were there. They were taking pictures and everything. This motherfucker had like 20, 30, 40 people around him to carry him to the car on empty streets? I mean, look that up. When he went from prison to the vehicle to take him away, the streets were empty except for reporters. But yet there's a crowd around this dude. And you're going to tell me you fear your life is in danger? What about that makes sense?
Probably Hillary.
If you were Epstein level, I'd say go ahead and take that motherfucker out of prison. You know?
To be fair, Epstein was
yes,
in prison.
he did. He did have a pedophile island and everything like that. Keep him under fucking lock and key, but not in prison because prison.
I would not. Shit, you know? I would not doubt that Jussie went there and had his time.
This motherfucker wasn't in general population though. He was isolated.
Jussie or Epstein?
Jussie.
I would have gone.
Well, Epstein was isolated too. You see how that turned out. But no, this dude was fucking isolated from general pop. There was no way in hell, unless it was a guard.
Or which, negligence again, of the guards. Or intent of the guards. Or let
again, I would turn the other cheek on that and fucking walk away from that because you actually deserve it. You deserve to have your ass beat. You deserved to everything that would happen. I'm not going to say everything because death goes too far. You deserve to have your ass beat. You deserve to be ridiculed. You deserved to be treated like shit because you purposely and intentionally tried to throw an entire race under the bus to boost your career. And let's be honest, that's all that shit was about. Look, here's the thing with me. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about this, or, we could talk about this and we could talk about the nuances. That's fine, but you're not going to shake my point of view on this at all. Anybody that fakes a hate crime, anybody that fakes a sex crime, anybody that fakes any kind of crime whatsoever just to get back at somebody or just to do something like this or whatever, like Christine Blasey Ford. All right, let's just be honest, that was bullshit too. If you fake these kinds of things and it is proven that you faked them, you should do as much time as the maximum sentence for the people you are trying to convict, if not double the sentence. This will not stop until these kinds of people are actually punished for the crime that they have committed. It is a crime to lie to the police about a crime that has happened. It is a crime to lie under oath. It is a crime to sit there and tell a judge, this dude raped me, this dude beat my ass because I was black, because you are under oath. It is a crime. And we're just going to let these people walk.
Like Jussie don't give a...
No, because... dude served less than 6 days in jail and got out. Yes, he's going to have to go back through that. But guess what? There's going to be 6 months. There's probably going to be years before we hear about this again. Nobody's going to remember. Nobody's going to give a fuck. He's going to walk. Let's be honest with each other here. This dude served 6 days in jail for just the public eye. Just for the random people just to be like, you know what? Yeah, he went to jail. For 5.5 fucking days, he went to jail.
Damn, I wish I...
For faking a hate crime. But Chauvin, Derek Chauvin, because he's white and supposedly killed a black man, getting sentenced to years in fucking jail. But this dude fakes an attack, does it for his career. It gets national damn attention. It literally went global. And he gets 5.5 days. A couple of years later, he walks, nobody remembers.
Huh.
Are you serious?
I know people are going to say, well, look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He murdered it. He's walking away free.
Innocent people? Yeah. One of the dudes was a fucking pedophile and the other beat his fucking girlfriend relentlessly.
The other one was...
innocent people? Come on.
No.
The fucking pedophile was released from a mental institution 15 minutes before that happened. 15, 20 minutes before that happened. So he went from the hospital into a riot to say, shoot me N-word, chase a fucking kid. After he had said, if I find you alone, I'm going to kill you. Chase this kid. Backed him into a corner. The kid shot. After hearing a gunshot, whether it was fired in his direction or not, I really don't know. But after hearing a gunshot, the kid turns. This pedo reaches for the gun. I'm pulling the fucking trigger.
Well, he actually did get his hands on the gun. There was gunshot residue on his body.
I'm pulling the trigger. I don't care. You literally told me earlier that night, if I catch you alone, I'm going to kill you.
Well, I'm alone.
You're chasing me. I don't know you've been released. I don't know you're a pedophile. You're fine. That's not a thing. You're chasing me. After you had told me earlier that night, I'm going to kill you? Yeah, you're damn right I'm pulling that trigger. Let's be honest with each other about shit like that. Come on. The other dude, wasn't that... He was a skateboard dude, right?
Yes. Skateboarder, he assaulted his girlfriend or fiance.
Right. Multiple times. This motherfucker hit a kid in the back of the head with a skateboard. Was lunging for the gun. I'm running from you. You hit me in the back of the head with the skateboard after I had already been knocked down. Yes, it wasn't him that knocked Rittenhouse down. I get you. It was another dude who just like sucker punched him in the back of the head. I'm down on the ground trying to get my bearings back. And you hit me with a skateboard, tried to do it again, and then see I have a weapon on me and want to lunge for that weapon?
Oh, don't forget the guy who attacked before, skateboarder. Jump kick man. He actually got away scot-free.
Right. But, I mean, things like that, that was a clear-cut case of self-defense. And this was a clear-cut case of, I made it all up just because I know I can get away with it because I'm a black gay man. Spends 5.5 days in fucking jail. And then comes to a conclusion where everything's going to be dropped years down the road when nobody remembers and nobody gives a shit. The world's burning, man.
Let me ask chat something. Are you talking about? Let me see. Christine Blasey Ford because you're just asking for Christine. I'm assuming that's Christine Blasey Ford, which is in regards to Kavanaugh.
Yeah, the Brett Kavanaugh situation where the woman was just like, hey, 35 years ago, this dude inappropriately touched me at a party while I was drunk. And everybody's like, even her friends that were around there were just like, no, that didn't happen. This bitch is making it up.
I think she's lying.
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. You can't remember a single... Like, okay, you can remember the touch, but you can't remember roughly around what time it is. You can't remember where you were. You can't remember any of this.
You know what's the funniest part?
You can say your mind does shut it out, but why the fuck bring it up if you can't remember any goddamn thing? You know what I'm saying? Why take it to court? What court is actually going to hear that shit? That was the biggest fucking thing.
Like, I would have believed it if it was within 10 years of the incident. But
35 years ago? I mean, come the fuck on. There does need to be a statute of limitations with that kind of shit.
Limitation is 10 years. Most places.
Yeah, for most things. But I do not think rape falls in that category. I'm not too sure about that. But rape or sexual assault, I don't know if that does or not. But still.
Let me double check.
That whole situation, that was just... They drugged that out knowing they didn't have that. What real court would... If I were to do that to you, do you think I would even have a judge look at me even sideways and ask, what the fuck are you doing? But yet, we drag that out because it's government related. These are our officials. We lie about everything. And as soon as it's discovered that everything is a fucking lie, memory hole that shit. Let's just get that out of here, because that didn't happen. Including, you want to call January 6th an insurrection? Okay, I call these leftists that stormed into the Capitol and sat there and stopped a congressional hearing. I would call that an insurrection. You're stopping something that could or could not benefit the country because of your beliefs. Just like January 6th. Let's call it like it is. Same shit happened. Yes, you can sit there and say, okay, so back then it wasn't violent. Nobody got hurt. The only person that was killed in January 6th that day was who was it?
Babbitt.
Yes, Ashley Babbitt. I want to say Caitlin Bennett. I know that wasn't it.
hey, she's pregnant
Ashley
with a baby.
Babbitt.
She's pregnant with a baby. Okay.
The cop that they propped up saying, "Oh, well, this dude died because he was hit in the head."
Is the Air Force veteran,
right? I mean, I knew she was military, but
yeah,
ex-military.
Yeah, ex-military. The cop who died, he died of a heart issue. But in regards to statute of limitation for rape, I did find it.
So okay, what would that be? Well, I mean, that would account for sexual assault, like he didn't rape.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it probably would
go ahead.
fall. And that, you gotta remember. So I guess there are three versions. There's less than 10 years or less, more than 10 years, or no limitation.
What is the no limitation?
So so this is what it says. Many states do not have a statute of limitation placed on some forms of rape for all rape offenses. These states include Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Delaware, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
So most of the country.
And then less than 10 years. Many jurisdictions have a statute of limitation for 10 years or less. California, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Montana, Texas, and Washington State have a 10-year statute of limitation. Maine has an 8-year statute of limitation. North Dakota has a 7-year statute, while Oregon, Vermont, Arkansas, New Hampshire, and Hawaii have a 6-year statute of limitation. Connecticut has a 5-year statute, and Florida has a 4-year statute. Minnesota has a shorter statute of limitation of 3 years.
Okay, all right. Let me walk this back a little bit, because I just noticed a flaw in what I was talking about. Okay, now I did say like there should be a statute of limitations. Like that should be. I think that should be. Now that I think about it, that is kind of really, really a fucked up situation. I'm going to be honest, because, you know, if somebody sexually assaulted me, of course, women get it more than men do, but men get it too. But if, somebody is sexually, yeah, well, dude, I've been, from what people have claimed to be sexually assault, I've been sexually assaulted a lot. But, like, I could understand, because it does play mentally on that. And it could take years for you to even come to terms with it, to be okay enough to actually even speak about that. I understand that. But 35 years.
That's a little.
I mean, yeah, you should have already come to terms with it. You've lived with it for 35 years. You know, it's already been a thing in your life for 35 years. So, you know, that just sounded like complete fucking horseshit from beginning to end. And it did turn out to be complete horseshit from beginning to end. But because that didn't turn out to be, oh, well, he wasn't confirmed, he was kicked off because he's a Republican. Memory hole. Let's forget that ever fucking happened. You starting to get the picture here, guys?
No.
But yeah, I mean, for things like this, dude, you should spend the same amount of time, maximum sentence for the person that you were going to throw under the bus when this finds out to be fake. You're never going to stop this from happening again until you punish the people that do it. It doesn't matter their skin color. It doesn't matter their sexual orientation. It doesn't matter your fucking pronouns. If you do this shit, you need to be punished for it. Because if you do that to me, you're damn sure right. I'm going to turn around and press for your ass to go to jail for at least the maximum time I would have found if you lied in court under oath, everything, just for me to defend myself and say, this didn't happen and this is why. And you walk around scot-free after I had spent thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend myself from that kind of shit. Your ass needs to go to prison. I'm not going to go far as Gitmo, but I'm talking Fort Leavenworth style. You are a danger to society.
Explain that
when you pull shit.
I know what that means.
Fort Leavenworth, that is a military prison. That is like, you fucked up, son. You're like danger globally kind of situation, like, war crimes, things like that's what Fort Leavenworth is. Now, it's a broad generalization. I get you. But yeah, it's like Gitmo for the military. Not really, but yes. But I mean, it's you deserve that kind of treatment because you are a danger to society, not mentally or physically, financially, emotionally. You are a danger to society because when things like this get national recognition and you fucking lied, all you're going to do is, hey, I was famous for this moment. Let's do something like that again. Especially regular, everyday fucking people. Like, this dude's career is going to blow the fuck up. We know it. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. If he doesn't serve any time at all, he's probably going to lay low for a bit and then...
Even if he is convicted of the crime, they're just going to say time served because it's been years. But I don't think he's going to be convicted. I guarantee you, within a year or two, we're going to hear about this and, he won his appeal. So we faked it and got away with it because you didn't pay attention because you let this happen. And yes, I'm going to blame it on the American people. I'm sorry. I take blame. I take responsibility as well. I'm going to blame it on you because you hear about this. You only care right there in that moment. And you never see the after effects of what happens until years down the road. And then it's like, well, what happened? Oh, this. It's a new situation altogether when you forgot this motherfucker faked it from the very beginning. I blame it on y'all. And I'm guilty of it too. Because we don't pay attention. We don't look at this. We don't keep track of this shit anymore. It is our fault. But let's move on past this. I wanted to bring this one up. I'm going to go to the rant thing here because we got a little video for this one as well. But let's go.
The gas tax one?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and maximize that on my screen so you guys... All right, so let's set this the hell up. Because of rising gas prices and everything, where is this? San Diego. Of course, California. Why did I even have to guess? Why did I even have to question where it was? But yeah, it's California. What they're planning to do is they're planning to give like a rebate stimulus kind of thing because gas is so high. Everybody's putting more into gases and everything like that to get around. They want to pay you $400 because the gas is so high. Let me ask you guys a question. Now, for me, I went from roughly $25, $30, depending on when I fill up. I usually try to stay, no lower than a quarter tank. Used to take me $25, $30 to fill up. Now it's taken, with a 14-gallon tank, it's taken 60, 70, 80 bucks to fill up for a week. Every week. No telling how long this is going to last. And you want to give me $400 in return.
To be fair, 400 is nothing in California.
To be fair, 400 is nothing in Alabama. Especially with everything now.
Well, what I'm saying is right now I let my gas tank go a little too lower than normal. And I had to pay $55. And this ain't like your big ass trucks. No, I drive a tiny ass car. And if you're wondering what I drive a 2019 Toyota Yaris. You know how tiny that is?
Yes. Dude, you should get one of the. Hold up. You should get one of those little smart cars, those mini smart cars that are like 2-seaters. They look like fucking clown cars. You should get you one of them.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not a clown.
I mean, it would fit in this world, though. But yeah. But going back to this, like, they want to give you $400 in return. Like, that is literally a drop in the bucket of what we were spending just 6, 7, 8 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to play this whole thing because it is pretty long, but I want you guys to kind of hear this. Now,
before you start the video, I want to show how tiny my car is.
Okay. Unless you're showing the video too there.
Oh, yeah, I got the video as well.
Okay.
That is how tiny my vehicle is. My vehicle is that tiny.
Now, I should have the limiter set right on my side so it's not going to blow anybody's eardrums out, but let me know when you're ready.
All right. You want me to start the video now?
3, 2, 1, play.
Assembly Democrats want to do is put this money, this $400 gas rebate, into your pockets, not into the pockets of oil companies.
Today, some California lawmakers are proposing a $400 gas tax rebate to all taxpayers. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. This comes as San Diego County saw another increase in gas prices today. The average price for a gallon of gas is $5.82. That's about 4 cents more than the average for the state and $1 more than the nationwide average. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us live in Webster.
All right, we can cut
how
this.
Rebate would work. Mimi.
I mean, they're just going to start talking about that more and try to spend that bullshit. Right. But, dude, you're going to sit there and tell me, like, we just saw the average for what they're paying. It was like, what, almost $1 more or something like that?
Yeah.
Per gallon. No telling how long this is going to go on for.
Well,
because supposedly it has to do with the Russia-Ukraine war.
Doubt it.
When prices were steadily going up, you could say, supply and demand, but as soon as Trump left office, prices skyrocketed.
Yep,
Stop playing games.
Do you remember what happened? What Biden signed on day one?
Oh yeah, about cutting the Qatar Turkey pipeline.
The Keystone pipeline.
Or no, yeah, Keystone XL, which is a subset of that. But yes,
we were also drilling. We were also getting all of our gas under Trump from our own country. We were not. Well, we did get some, but we were under Trump. We were mostly. I would say mostly, if not all, independent on our own oil and gas.
I don't know fully about that. Like, there is some gray area. Yes, we did become a net exporter, but it's gray as hell to where you you kind of consider that. As far as, you know, what we were producing and things like that. And
well, compared to Biden.
Oh, fuck yeah. But the net exporter claim technically can be made, but were we exporting oil and gas as far as like major wise to where it would really, you know, we would see it at the, no, we weren't there yet.
You know, I
but we were on the way.
Trump, we had gas almost $1. That was,
dude, before the pandemic, I was paying what, barely $2 at most. And then the pandemic happened. Of course, prices dropped. But I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, I was paying like $2.10, $2.15 roughly, maybe $2.25 at most. Before, when the gas prices dropped dramatically, it was almost back, like I said before, it was 50 cents away from when I started driving. And when I started driving at 16 years old, gas was $1.20. You know, so I can understand it picking back up as, you know, the roads get more congested and things, and we talked about that before. But
no,
not
I get
to
that
this
part,
fucking level.
I completely get people not driving on the road during COVID-19. But then once everything slowly calmed down, people are driving more. But
You notice, though, that break didn't happen that long?
the what?
Like, it was like 5, 6 months into the lockdowns and everything that the gas actually started to dip. It was a good bit in, and nobody was on the roads at that point.
But I do remember it.
Yeah, it was a good bit in. Nobody's on the roads. They haven't been for a while now. And then all of a sudden the gas starts to tank. But it rises back up as soon as something happens.
You know, I was joking of buying an entire gallon of oil or gas for myself when the gas was so cheap. I remember hearing that one company was like, didn't have enough space for their gas and oil because it was cheap.
Right.
They almost had to get rid of that stuff. And I could have bought a couple of gallons.
Dude, I should have stocked the fuck up. But I thought America would be smart and understand the fact that your dollar's worth a lot more. You can drive a lot further on the same amount of money. You can survive. You can buy more food on the same dime. You can do a lot of things on that same dime that you cannot do now. Because money printer go brr, we got to shut down for a virus. 15 days to slow the spread.
Oh, we had the 2-year anniversary a while ago.
Yeah. Over 600 days to slow the spread. And they're still trying to scare you with that shit. It's a fucking flu virus at this point. Number one, never mind the fact that the CDC and everybody's starting to admit now, hey, we fucked up this count. The death count isn't as high as we say it is.
Well, they only admitted that after Trump is out of office, so they don't have to admit he was right on something.
Right.
Honestly, if I had no spine, no soul, no heart, no conscience, I was a journalist, I definitely would. Like, yeah, Trump did nothing. It was all bad. Trump was bad. It's like, and Biden is your savior.
Like, in social media and everything like that, I'm a troll, but I'm a troll with the actual real fucking information as far as we know, because fuck what your mainstream media has to say. This is bullshit. Once you actually start to see that crack, you will see a huge ass void within everything that they try to pull, because you need to get the fuck away from that, honestly, and form your own damn opinions about that. But like, could you imagine what would happen? No, Guido was right. I don't need to go into that. I do not need to give ideas.
Now I'm curious.
I've already talked about it. I was going to mention it again about not being locked down.
People.
Okay, yeah, but they're still going to hear it. Could you imagine what would happen if they didn't lock us down and force this shit down our throat? Could you imagine how many people would just go along with the narrative? How many people would have stayed locked down, masked up, take the vaccine? Yay, Ukraine. Could you imagine how many people would have gone through that?
I doubt it. Would have done it?
Yes. Nobody would have broke the narrative because, well, this shit doesn't affect us. Like the original SARS or the swine flu, the bird flu, things like that.
Wasn't that
yes, it affected
Obama?
us.
Wasn't there?
Yes.
Yes,
I mean, there's been a pandemic under every single president.
Well, no. I mean, like the 2008 or 9, no later than 10. Because I do remember hearing about a swine flu virus under Obama. And his.
You remember SARS? You remember the original SARS outbreak in China, where they were showing Chinese people dying in the streets, which is why we said, you hear people say, well, unless I see people falling over and dying in the streets, I'm not going to be concerned. That's what we were pushed with the first SARS. You remember that shit?
No, I was too young to know that.
Yeah, that's where SARS came from. Sudden air respiratory syndrome or some shit like that. Like there was an outbreak of the same shit in China. That's why you got SARS-CoV-2. That's where that came from. It already happened in China. People were falling flat out dead in the streets. That's what we were being shown in our news. Did we do anything then? No. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. It was not televised because why cause a panic under Obama? We can do it under Trump. Because we got to get Orange Man out of here. He's doing shit for the people. We can't have that. But anyway.
Oh, he was a bad guy, remember?
We had a stockpile of things like ventilators and shit. And then SARS happened under Obama. Obama depleted it, never built it back up. So SARS-CoV-2 comes along under Trump. We're weakened because Obama never built that shit back up. The ventilators and things that we had stockpiled, even though there were ships off the coastline, military aid ships off the coastline and everything like that. They kept saying, we need help, we need help, we need help. Trump said, okay, here's your 10,000 ventilators. Let's go. No, we don't want them. We don't want to use your ship right off the coastline. We want to send old people back into nursing homes. I mean, the same shit happened under Obama, and nobody knew because we didn't freak out. It wasn't all over the news. Yes, people were dying because of this, but nobody knew. Fast forward, 5-6 years? We're doing it again, and it's everywhere, and everybody's got an opinion. What happened back then? Where was your opinion back then?
Hey, I was a child, okay, when all the bullshit happened under Obama.
Well, I'm talking about the old. I know you're a lot younger than I am. I'm 36 years old. But then again, talking to even to my parents, my dad's already dead. My mom, who the fuck knows where she is, and it's whatever situation. But even talking to them. Where the fuck were you then? Why the fuck weren't you calling that out then? And I'm going to be honest, I know the answer to that. It is social media. The fact that we can actually have these conversations right now and doing this right now is the reason why this information is now getting out. But where was the outrage? You want to talk about the silent majority and shit like that. Okay, I guess I would be part of that silent majority, even though before 2017, I would have been with this kind of shit because, yay, I'm young. I don't care. It's whatever. You do your thing. I probably would have supported 90% of this shit. But because Orange Man was in office and all the news was saying this, I paid attention. 2020 rolls around. Now we're all locked in our homes. Nobody can go anywhere. Nobody can do anything. And every single channel has some political propaganda on it.
Oh.
Even Nick fucking Jr. still has political propaganda on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember all the bullshit about the LGBT stuff. Did you ever see that? With Blue's Clues?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what was that one show that was... God, I don't even remember it. I remember seeing a clip about it.
Describe it and I may know.
Like a little white kid and a little black kid get dropped off at a corner and they're just like, the white kid asks him, "Hey, is that your parents?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know because you're a little darker than them." And then somebody starts
the clip you're
singing down the stairs about how that's a microaggression. They're fucking children who have absolutely no fucking clue about the world. Why you're dropping these kids off on a sidewalk, I don't know. We can talk about that later. That's disturbing as shit. Like, you're going to tell me a parent's just going to throw their kid out on a sidewalk, even if it's at school, whatever. A parent's just going to throw their kid out on the sidewalk and say, "Take it easy," at 4, 5, 6, 7 years old? What? Let's move on past that point. But this little girl comes bounding down the stairs about how that's a microaggression, and now we got to sing about it and have fun just to say the white man's wrong.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I just found it.
I'm not even. I want people to look it up. If you're gonna watch this, you're gonna do some research your damn self. You can play it on your end, but I need people to start paying attention and people to be like, "Oh, well, this didn't happen. Oh shit, it did."
Yeah. Oh, so I think it's just a song.
Yes, that's what it is. I mean, that is fucking propaganda. To a 5, 6, 7-year-old who is more along the lines of visual, colorful repetition, just to start learning something, they just now became self-aware around that time or a couple of years before. They're starting to learn, and that's what you're throwing at them. That's my problem. But I mean, we just went totally ass backwards on that shit. But yeah, dude, seriously, could you imagine getting back to the whole story? I'm sorry, but could you imagine just like you pay thousands of dollars over the course of a couple of months, 4, 5, 6 months, and they say, "Here's your $400 right now. Don't spend it all in one place."
Yeah, jokes on them. I'm spending it all in Texas. The fuck you gonna do, California?
I mean, that 400. What are you gonna do? Like,
gonna do
the gas price is $6.12, $18. So you get 4 or 5 fill-ups. How many more are you gonna get?
No, if I'm paying about what, 55, about 8 at max.
Okay. I'm talking about my price. Like, I got a 14-gallon tank here, and it's still hovering around $4 a gallon. So I'm paying some money to fill my shit up. But I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if you're going to sit there and tell me that over the course of a couple of months or however long this plays out, because let's be honest.
Unless they're going to be giving it every so often, maybe that's the only way I could see it. But I doubt it.
Look, when the people that control the oil want to get off the US dollar as a means to buy the oil, it's a bad sign. Very bad sign, because how many decades did we run? Like, once we got off the gold standard, we got on the oil standard. How many decades did we run where the price of the oil is actually reflective of the price of the US dollar?
That I wouldn't know. I know.
How long?
Wasn't it like the 70s or 80s, something around there? that there was a situation like
I don't know.
right now with the gas?
No, you talking about
Under Carter.
Yes.
Was that
Like gas prices were I remember something about that. I think no, the Great Depression was way before then.
The Great Depression.
I remember something about that. Yes, I remember something about that under Carter.
Yes, Carter.
Where we did have a gas, like everything ran dry.
Yes, there was lines and lines and lines for gas.
Right, and who is Carter to us now? How do we remember that president?
To be fair, I don't know.
One of the worst presidents we've ever had?
Well, I would say if you paid attention before Trump on presidency, he was the worst president we've ever had. I think that spotlight has been removed.
It has. It really fucking has, because the dude literally spent years destroying that shit. And this dude does it in day fucking one. I mean, let's be honest. He did. Day fucking one. He fucked up our gas prices. Here we are 2 years in.
Executive orders or something like that, or 50.
Dude, throughout, like, this dude ran on the policy of, because Trump had a fairly good amount of executive orders in his first 100 days. He ran off the policy, saying that if a president relies on executive orders, they are a dictator.
Oh, really?
Look up how many executive orders Biden signed in his first 100 days versus Trump. I'll do it on my end.
Oh, I was already going to do it on my end as well. Oh, now I'm curious.
Let's even go with CNN. Let's see what CNN says. CNN says Biden, in his first 100 days, signed 52 executive orders. Trump, in his first 100 days, signed 39. Obama, in his first 100 days, 34. Bush, in his first 100 days, 13. This motherfucker literally said, if you rely on executive orders, you are a dictator. What, 13 more executive orders in the first 100 days, where Trump did 5 more executive orders in his first 100 days before Obama, who did, damn near 3 times as much as Bush? What? Come on, guys. Like I've never been like politically charged or anything until here recently. Like I said, 2017. I paid attention a little bit.
So I'm looking at this.
And I saw
this is the Federal Register. It's not sure if it's accurate or not. It says under Trump, he filed a total of 221 executive orders for years.
But how many did he sign?
Well, I think
filing and signing are completely different, because I guarantee you look that shit up.
These are all the ones he signed, because
in his first 100 days.
No. I think this is all 400. It's 4 years.
Okay.
Because this is the federal. This is Federal Register, the National Archives. It's federalregister.gov/presidential documents.
Well, if you could send me that real quick. But yeah. I mean, like, the reason why I highlight the first 100 days is the first 100 days is the most radical actions that you can take, that people are willing to take at that point in time. Like, the first 100 days literally defines the entire presidency. And that's no lie. It does. What you do in that first 100 days as a president can give you a baseline about how you will be for the next 4 years, if you make it that long.
Okay, so it's breaking it down. So in 2021, Biden signed a total of 77 executive orders, or issued 77, and this year he's done 8. See how many he did.
Wait, okay, so this is just a.
Yeah, it gives you a.
Oh, okay. The numbers beside him.
Yeah.
And this dude ain't even. Okay, so 77. He's already like half. He's damn near close to half of what Trump has done. And most of that came within the first 100 days.
I would say less.
Well, within the first 100 days of his presidency, he signed. Yes, he's calmed down with it, but let's be honest, does he lead this fucking country? The dude's built a fake set everywhere. He doesn't know where the fuck he is. He doesn't know what day of the week it is. He doesn't know shit. Who is leading this country? Why is he just a puppet on a fucking string to us?
Okay, so I'm actually gonna show it. So I pulled it up with Microsoft OneDrive. Oh,
I can close that out. I can't see your end though.
Hold on, I'm having some technical.
Look, I hate
there
Orange
we go, I
Man
found
just
it.
as much as the
I
next
clicked on the
motherfucker,
wrong
but he
one.
was better. All right.
Okay, so this is Biden. So, like I said, so as of
I'm
now,
still hearing you. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So, like I said, so Biden has issued a total of 86. I'm not sure if it tells you filed in. Like I said, it looks like most of these in the were all.
All right, I'm back. Hold on. What? Manual for court martials? I don't need to read that.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
that's
I just
actually so that's actually his first executive order.
well, I mean, I just look. It really doesn't matter at this point. I made my point. It doesn't matter what the executive orders are. Well, it kind of does. I'll admit that it does, but because if you've got an executive order that's just like, hey, the grass needs to be green. Okay. Got no problem with that executive order. But if you got an executive order like, we're no longer a democracy, or I'm sorry, a constitutional republic. Go fuck yourself with that one. We're no longer a constitutional republic. We're China. I've got a problem. You know, there is a difference with those executive orders. I'll admit that. But
I'm just curious how they document.
I don't know. I don't even know. It's just, I guess, something the president signs, really. But the point stands, like, within his first 100 days, this month signs so many executive orders. And now look at the state of our country. And most of the problems that we are facing right now, gas shortages and everything, came from those first 100 days. I'm not either. But let's go ahead. You want to roll off into the next one? This is a hard ass segue. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to. Like, this is something I wanted to bring up because it kind of hits close to home.
Is this
and still
company?
Yeah. Okay, so let me change this. I want to get off into this. Let's go ahead and roll off into this. Okay, so Alabama.com reports, drop everything. Huntsville company helps employees escape war-torn Ukraine. There's a picture of the company itself. I actually know I've actually done work there. But Discovery Life Sciences is located in Paul Pross Center on the campus of Hudson Alpha Center for Biotechnology. Discovery has a location in Ukraine has worked to help its employees escape the war. All right. The refugees want to work. That's the astonishing reality amid a grim background for Glenn Belowski, CEO of Huntsville-based Discovery Life Sciences that also has a location in war-torn Ukraine. His company has scrambled to evacuate employees over the past 3 weeks. There are other stories too, such as top officials at the Ukraine site ending a Zoom call with Belowski with a simple "I have to go" as the Russian rockets exploded into a nearby building. So far, the Discovery has relocated 20 of its 64 employees in Ukraine. The rest either wanted to remain in the country or had no choice but to join the military. Belowski said no company employees nor their family members have been injured or killed. Company employees at the location in Huntsville and elsewhere around the world have contributed part of their salary as well as accrued vacation in extending a helping hand to the Ukrainian colleagues. But those colleagues want to work. I mean, they're passionate about this, Belowski said. They just want to... I'm not going to fucking read anymore. Guys, the reason I wanted to bring this up, 2 major fucking reasons. Number 1, what did we hear? Like, wasn't it Tulsi Gabbard who was attacked by Mitt Romney because she said there are 25 to 30 biolabs in Ukraine that are U.S. funded? I mean, do you remember that? Let me go back to...
I remember something, but I don't recall exactly.
Yeah, there was a little video where Tulsi Gabbard's just like, look, here's the real information. Fuck all the bullshit, and, the bias and everything like that. I'm not going to go through the lies with you. Here's what is actually happening. She said there are 25 to 30 biolabs in Ukraine. And then Mitt Romney comes back saying, oh, well, she should be in prison for treason because there are not bioweapons labs in Ukraine. Notice how the word weapons was added?
Yep.
That is 95,000% of every fact check on social media. And everybody calls it out. You've heard Tim Pool say something along the lines of, but he didn't do it on Tuesday. And that's the fact check that makes it false. And it is true. He plays it up. He makes it so ridiculous sounding because that's what it is. There was one fact check where, it was actually everybody touched on that fact check where they're just like, hey, we're not buying gas from Russia, but we are buying gas from Russia. Right there at the end. The very end of the article where you're not going to read to that point because, well, you just need to move on about your day. But yeah.
You didn't know we're not buying oil from Russia? But we are buying gas.
No, it's banned. It's banned. Whatever. Okay. I'm not going to get into that just yet. No, but I wanted to bring this up because, like I said, you sit there and tell me, Tulsi Gabbard says there's 25 to 30 biolabs in Ukraine. Mitt Romney comes back and says, that's treason. Lock her up. She doesn't need to exist. Execute her because... the penalty for treason is execution. Execute this woman because she told you there are biolabs in Ukraine. which was a conspiracy theory, was it not? Wasn't that a thing? Do you remember that, Abel? Where they tried to spin that as a conspiracy theory?
No, everything's a conspiracy.
Yet my own state is reporting that there is a company here that, number one, has people in Ukraine for biotechnology. Where do scientists working on biotechnology work?
No.
Because if they're working from their basement, I'm fucking disturbed. Nah, they work in biolabs, man.
Really?
So this company that is in my area is trying to pull its employees, 64 of them, out of Ukraine. Tell me there aren't biolabs in fucking Ukraine now, motherfuckers.
Fine, there aren't any. Is that what you want to hear?
Now, the second point I wanted to make of this, like this is kind of a greedy ass fucking situation and bullshit. And please read it for yourself. I have yet to reach out to anybody from this company because I did some work in this area before, but I don't know everybody. Anyway, but 20 of the 64 have already been pulled back. And people of the company have been giving up their own salary and vacation time to help a company who paid for them to go overseas. Hundreds of millions, billions of dollars worth, probably. I don't even know how much they're worth. That's just for what Huntsville is, I expect it. Because there's no way in hell you're going to be a big name here in this area if you don't have that liquid asset at least. But for them to literally give up their paycheck, their vacation time, because they feel like they're doing good, because they work in a biolab in a country that is being attacked by somebody who said, hey, we found biolabs. We need to look into this. Like, do y'all not get this at this point?
No.
The biolabs are fucking true. 100%. And they're making the people of the company pay for their mistake. That's all it. They're probably not really making them, but they're making them because they're brainwashed into the whole Russia-Ukraine situation. Please look that shit up. And I'm not talking about just the day. I'm not talking about just what happened. Look that shit up from its inception. It's not that long ago. It was, what, 90s? Late 80s, early 90s? It wasn't that long ago. Look that shit up. But, yeah. I wanted to bring this up because this is in my back door, number one. And number two, if local news is telling you this shit exists in a roundabout way, stop with the lies. As a matter of fact, Mitt Romney, because you wanted to call treason on that shit, you wanted to fake that, okay, so you get the sentence just like you would have her have. You made that claim, son. I stand by it 100%. 100% or 200% above what would have happened to the victim had you made some false allegations. You want to go that route? Let's do it. I'm all for it now. The penalty for treason is death. And you just tried to toe the company line to say, they don't exist. You made this up to make us look bad. We need you to die. An eye for an eye, motherfucker. An eye for an eye.
We all know that.
Of course not. Of course not. No, he'll do the Jussie Smollett thing. I'm sorry, I called him that. Jussie Smollett. He'll pull that. Come on now. Like, guys, it's real. It's fucking happening. all this misinformation, disinformation shit, like hiring 30 TikTok stars to tell you why gas prices are inflated, why Russia's invading, what we're going to do about it.
That was hilarious. Oh. Hey, remember that that lady they used, one that went viral?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I flamed the fuck out of her account. And if you look at every single comment on that woman's video, everybody calls her out, man. It's fucking beautiful. It's like she's got like hundreds of thousands of comments, and every single one of them is, this bitch was paid. This bitch was paid.
Yeah,
this is one of those 30. And then she even made a comment at one point, you know, replying to somebody. She's like, nobody's paying me to say this. And now, motherfucker, you're already viral. Everybody has your shit. But yeah. Like, dude, this is...
wasn't paid? Who was the president?
Oh, she was paid. She was straight up fucking paid. That was just her trying to cover tracks. But, I wanted to bring, like I said, I wanted to bring this because this is more close to home. This proves that there are fucking bio labs, whether they're weaponized or not. I don't know. I'm not going to say, but let me ask you a question. And oh shit, I cocked that. Let me ask you a question. And this is what I asked Abel before we even started the show. Humans as a whole throughout our entire existence, once we find a new tool, what has been our entire point as far as figuring out what that tool can do? The first thing is to weaponize that tool. Everything. We found, hey, sharp edges cut. What do? We make knives. We make swords. We make spears. Hey, things can explode. What do? Bombs. Bullets. That was the first thing we did. Every time. So you're going to tell me that there isn't some weaponized kind of thing in there? I'm going to question it. I don't know.
Human nature.
But I'm going to question it. I mean, it is human nature. And the fact that there are 25 to 30 of them, as Tulsi Gabbard says, that scares the fuck out of me. I understand. I understand why Russia would be like, hey, these are biolabs. What the fuck's going on in here? We need to find these.
China.
Right. Wuhan? Come on. I'm not even going to get off into the Jon Stewart rant with that, but guys, this, like, I even talked about it in the Telegram, and I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want shit to kind of like blow up. And he's a conspiracy. Well, fuck you. It was a thought I had. But I kind of want to go back and kind of mention to you about that to explain why this was my thought process going into my little conspiracy theory that I put in Telegram that I'm not going to talk about, and I don't even care who gets pissy. But do you understand more now of what I was talking about?
No, never.
Okay. All right, but let's go off into the next one because, oh my God, I hit a button. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Let's go off into this next one here.
Well, we're going back to Alabama.
Yep.
This is my Arabic. I'm not from.
And I'm going to be honest, if you're going to force me to talk about it, I'm going to force you to talk about it. All right.
Well, let's see. I believe.
All right.
Is this a news station in Alabama?
Yes.
Okay.
News Channel 19.
All right. Alabama news.
It's one of the local ones.
Trans people.
Okay, you going to read it or you want me to?
I'll read it.
Okay,
I got the last two.
Okay.
Trans people say Alabama license policy puts them at risk. Let's see what this risk is. Atlanta AP. Federal judge this week heard arguments in a challenge to Alabama's policy requiring a transgender person to undergo full gender, and let me rephrase that, to undergo full gender reassignment surgery to change the sex listed on their driver's license. Drunken, do you know what a full gender reassignment is?
Yeah, you lop off your franks and beans and invert them.
All right. And for the ladies?
I'm sorry. For the I don't know how that goes for that.
Well, I wouldn't know either.
I don't know how that that is interesting. Like, do they stretch out the clitoris?
I wish I knew.
And just like form flesh. Like, I don't want to look this up. I'm stop. I'm gonna get interested in that, and it's gonna be a weird thing. My Google search engine is already fucked. I don't want to add that to it.
Well,
but anyway,
I know from what I've heard, they stretch the urethra a little. In order to get your replica of the male genitals, they have to take skin. So it's either from your forearm or thigh. And then now, if you want to be extra fancy, you can get like little balls, and you can squeeze them. So you'll be, instead of being soft when you're having fun, you can go from soft after you press those little balls. Oh wait.
oh, dude, I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna sound fucked up. So it is like molding clay. It is like, from what you were describing, it is like molding clay to form a dick.
So okay, so from what I've
seen. No. Okay, hold on. You're watching it right now on YouTube. That might be a bad idea, dude.
Okay, so like I said, they stretch out the urethra, and I think they close some stuff up. I don't know exactly, but I know if you get the nice fancy prosthetic, you get like the little balls are like you press them and it moves saline from one part of the prosthetic to the front so it can stand up.
Wait. So you I'm gonna bring this back to Two People Live because I'm tired of flipping the camera. So what you were saying to me is that it's literally like a pump.
Yes, it's a
to
pump.
Get you hard.
Yeah, it's like
what the. I'm done.
Like,
I'm done with fucking society.
like imagine this water bottle right now is the pump. And then it just keeps going down. Like that.
Ladies, it's already bad enough that you have it worse than men as far as like biology is concerned. I'll admit that you guys are way more fucked up than we are. But if you just I'm going to choose this carefully because I was about to fuck shit up. If you want to go ahead and have an addictomy, okay, and tubes and saline pumps within you to get an erection, the only question I have to ask you 100%, and I'm going to continue to ask you this question to the point you rage at me and try to kill me. Why?
So women on a daily basis?
That's kind of fucked up, but no, my wife and I get along. But no, that's going to be, that's the question I want to ask is why? Why would you go through this? I mean, if it's something really major and everything like that, yeah, I can understand. If that's something really to you, I can understand.
Oh, hell
you already got enough problems as it is. Why would you add another one? You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, with the monthly thing, yes, you scoop out all the insides. It doesn't happen anymore. But could you imagine just be like, hey, she's attractive. Pump, 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 pump. Come on. What? Does that seem natural in any way? But yeah, we've gotten a little bit. Let's go back into this a bit. Let's find out why it's a problem for license here in Alabama. You gonna continue to read?
I'm shocked. I YouTube that shit, and there were live demos. I did not click on
Was
anything
that
on the.
did you do that live? Hold on. Did you do that live?
I did that live on air right now, but I switched.
Oh Jesus!
I switched.
oh God, that was.
Now I will say, I switched the screens so chat did not see anything.
I'm glad I'm not looking at your screen either.
But I will say this. If you were paying attention to my screen, you would have noticed.
Oh.
If you looked at my face, you would have realized the moment I realized how fucked up that shit is. Like,
all right.
I'm
moving on from the fuck up. That's gonna bite us in the ass later on.
I'm shocked, but I'm kind of curious on it. Like, I want to finish it.
I don't know. I don't want to. I know it's gonna be like a train wreck situation where I'm just gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
It's gonna be like,
look, my.
Pump. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Pump. There we go.
But anyway, we went so far off onto that. I'm sorry. Let's go back. I'm gonna go with it. Gabriel Arkel's Senior Counsel of Transgender Legal Defense and Education Fund told judges in the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, 11th U.S. Okay, so this has already gone to a federal level. Dealing with states, yes, I can understand that. Okay. 11th Circuit Court that Alabama is one of the only few states in the nation that require transgender residents to undergo genital surgery as a condition of getting a license that they can safely use. That is a license with a sex designation that accords with their with their identity and how they are known and perceived in their community. Okay. That's not what that's for. On your license, that's not what that is for. That is actually okay. So it is an identifying marker. I get you. We can argue that all fucking day. But if you're unconscious because of a car wreck or something, and they grab your wallet, they see your license. Hey, you're male. Hey, you're female. We need to treat you accordingly. That is what that's really fucking for. Yes, in a criminal search and being pulled over for tickets and things like that. Yes, that is an identifying marker, some way to hunt you down. Things you are correct, and meh. We can have that argument of stupidity at a different fucking time. Let's just focus on what happens when you cannot say who you are. Okay? Yes, your license should say who you are. I get you. But how do I fucking treat you if you're bleeding out of the ground and unconscious?
Oh, if you're in California, we also have the non-binary license.
Dude, if you're in California, you bleed out on the ground before anybody realizes what bathroom to use. Come on.
Well, to be fair, Elijah Schaefer does have a non-binary license in California.
That's like Zuby trolling fucking Britain by being the transitioning to a woman
to win.
Just to put it on paper to break the women's world deadlift record and just be like, yeah, this is stupid. I mean, that's the same kind of situation. Oh, it is hilarious. But yeah, let's go back into this a little more.
That's gonna be. I have some more fun for that, and if you'd like, I can finish the rest of this article.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
3 transgender.
Let's start at the. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, 3 transgender women in Alabama challenged the policy after being told their licenses must reflect that they are men. That's me personally. The U.S. District Judge, Myron Thomas.
I see something wrong with that. Because it's 3. 3 people. And you want to make a fuss. But go ahead.
I'll add my opinion in a minute. U.S. District Judge Myron Thompson last year ruled that the policy is unconstitutional. The judge directed the state to give the plaintiffs news license reflecting that they are women. Reflecting that they are women. The state appealed, and the attorney said the state indicated that it will rescind the licenses if the ruling is reversed. A 3-judge panel of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals heard the argument today. People need identification to navigate daily life. Arco said, being forced to carry cars that don't match their identity puts trans individuals at risk for discrimination, harassment, and even physical danger. I'm just gonna say, nobody's forcing them to carry. Technically, do need to carry a driver's license to show the car. Now, I do have issues.
No, you do not.
Oh, some places do require them. Especially if you want to.
It's not. It is not 100% required, because if you can give off your license number to a police officer, that is good enough, and that goes nationwide.
Well, these people don't care.
But no, I'm just bringing that up because there are times where I have been pulled over with my wallet at home, trying to go back to get my wallet, and I've been able to give off my license number, and that is good enough. And I did look that up. That is nationwide. Now, if the cop wants to be a dick, yeah, he can say, well, you didn't have your license on you, so here you go. But it is the legal precedent.
Some cops don't care.
No, but that's easily fought in court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, I gave him my license number. He just didn't care. I didn't have it on me because I was I left it at home. I was going back to pick it up. But I gave him every identifying marker that I could to prove I am who I am. That's easily fought in court. And you can do that your damn self. But go on.
All right. I know who I am. Transgender people know who they are. That's not the issue. Destiny Clark, a healthcare worker from Birmingham, and one of the women who challenged the Alabama policy, said in a statement, "The issue is getting the state to recognize our existence. Just let us live without intruding into our private and medical records. I have an issue there. The state's not intruding into your medical records. And how are they not recognizing your existence or letting you live?
Right.
You are allowed to live as you please. The state recognizes that you are a person. Now, not forcing you to get any medical intervention. Yeah, they could say, oh, well, I have to get bottom surgery. You're transgender, are you not? I was transgender. I was going to get the surgery. I would probably, that'd be a great thing for people. I guess it only cuando se los tiene, which means only when it's.
Nah.
And I'll get back to it. An attorney for the state argued the policy is not discriminatory because it gives a path for transgender individuals to change their gender markers. These are law enforcement identification documents. Why they have identified information on them, including date of birth, height, weight, hair color, eye color, someone's signature, and someone's sex. Edmund LaCour told the judicial panel during arguments. A ruling is not expected for several months.
Okay, so I just noticed something in this article. IV funds 3 North Alabama road projects through Rebuild America Act. Dude, I wanna dedicate a little segment to that because there is a huge problem with our road systems. Like before the pandemic, it was signed into law by Governor Meemaw, is what we call her because she's old as shit and she looks like everybody's grandma. Well, some grandma she turned out to be, but she signed in like right before the pandemic. Like it was a couple of months, maybe even a year, that there was going to be a 10% or 10-cent gas hike to pay for the roads in Alabama, which I'm all for. But there is a problem within that, and I kind of want to get into that in a different episode. But yeah, I just saw that, and I wanted to kind of speak about that and kind of give a little bit of a foreshadowing on that. But yeah, dude, let me go back to the... I'm going to be honest here. Like I said before, I don't...
With me?
I'm never not honest unless we're playing Among Us.
Oh.
So... no, because I'm going to lie my ass off on that game. All right? But, no, like I said before, I don't care in any way, shape, or form. But to demand something happen just because you want it to? Honestly, if I was transgender, if I were to do all that shit, like, I wouldn't give a shit if my license said male.
Well, you got to remember.
I put female on every... Look, I could put female on everything else, and nobody gives a shit. What's it gonna do? You can change it on your federal fucking tax ID forms to be female. What's it gonna do if your license says you're male?
Well, you're pretty female then.
You can change everything about your statures and everything, and you're giving a shit about this. Now, here's my problem.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say because they are upset because the state is telling them you have to get gender reassignment here if you want to change your gender mark. Again,
I'm sorry. Hold up. I'm sorry. Look, this actually happened to me at one point in time. I'm not going to give specifics about anything, but I was working, right? And because of it, this wasn't that long ago. Because of everything that was going on with the transgenders and blah, 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 and being, working in an environment where you have to deal with customers and the customers of that customer kind of situation and things like that. Like, I was working in this library on a college campus in my area. I had to take a piss. Like, I walked into the bathroom. There is this short ass dude. Like, he looked like me in my early teens. Like, short as shit. Very, very skinny. The only difference between him and me at that point in time was he had long ass hair that reached the middle of his back. I walked in and saw this dude like drying off his hands, and I'm just like, holy shit. But of course, he had to have the mask on. I was like, holy shit, did I just walk into the women's bathroom? So I stepped back, right? And I look at the door and I was like, no, this is the men's bathroom. Oh, fuck. I just made a bad mistake. And the dude literally looked at me without missing a fucking beat. And I swear to God, the dude's cool as shit. I love the dude. I talked to him afterwards and everything like that. But the dude's just like, he looks at me, mask on. All I see is just like smooth ass, just like Asian ass skin. Like, the Asian color. He was half Asian. But Asian skin, Asian eyes, long ass Asian black, smooth black hair that goes down to his back. He looks straight at me while he's drying his hands and he's like, the long hair threw you off, didn't it? And I was like, you son of a bitch. That's fucking awesome. And I was just like at that moment, I didn't want to be an asshole or anything. I was like, no. This is like the first time I've been here. I was just making sure that I was walking into the same area. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. But the dude's like, as he walks out, he's like, I get you. And I apologize. And he walked the hell out. of the bathroom, and I was like, at that moment, I knew he knew what I was thinking, and he's just like, I come across this shit way too damn much. But nah, like he wasn't a transgender dude in any way, shape, or form. He just looked like a girl. I'm sorry.
Actually, you want to hear a funny story? That actually happened to me once as well. But no, here's the funniest part. I wasn't the one who thought I went to the women's restroom. I was the dude with the long hair. And this was like really early into my transition before I had done anything. I was barely growing out my hair. And I had it long, and some dude walked in, and I noticed he took a double step. I was like, yeah, I'm a dude.
I mean, that shit has to be awkward as shit. And kudos for the fucking kid, man. Like, even if that's the first time that's ever happened to you, I already know who you are. I know what you were about. I didn't even have to talk to you for that, which I did talk to the dude, and he's cool as shit. But yeah, it just freaked me the fuck out. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm in what used to be a deep red state, and it's because of Birmingham that shit's starting to change. Which look into fucking Birmingham. It's fucking stupid. Mobile doesn't have the fucking problems that Birmingham does, and you on the motherfucking coast. All right, but anyway, like Birmingham has become. It's always been the cesspool of fucking Alabama. It's a shithole. It's a Democrat-run fucking area. I don't care about politics, but it does ring true. The biggest fucking shitholes of cities. Who controls them?
Mexicans?
Let's be honest. I'm not. If that's how you're gonna take them, would I just okay? This is what we doing? It's not that bad. We're not Texas.
Yet.
Beto O'Rourke? Are you kidding me?
Okay, I am offended at you, Beto. We will call him Robert.
Exactly. We're just gonna foreshadow it and leave it at that.
Please don't. I'm moving out to Texas soon. I don't want him as my.
I'm also gonna give y'all another foreshadowing. Hell yeah, we're gonna take your guns. We're gonna take your AR-15s. We're gonna take your pistols. We're gonna take your rifles.
AK-47s.
Oh yeah, that was mentioned too. Even though that is illegal here in this country already, is it not?
No, you can have an AK-47 in the U.S.
Semi-auto.
Well, everything has to be semi-auto.
Yeah, but
damn, darn you, NFA.
But the reason why I really wanted to bring this up, and I wanted you to show you guys, especially, you know, like I come from a red state, deep red state, mostly deep red state until now, apparently, somehow. But like, I wanted to bring this to your attention to say I'm not infallible either. Because I live here, my experiences in life are different than yours. I get that. And I want to have that conversation. I want to know your experiences in life. But this is now coming to my doorstep. Because, let's be honest. It's coming to my doorstep because of the Don't Be a Groomer bill in Florida.
Oh, I remember that bill.
Yeah. So, if you're fighting a war, would you not gain territory right there at the border of your enemy? So, if this is a point to where you have pushed this far fucking south with this, like granted, it's just 3 people. But the fact that it's being talked about because it's 3 people.
Wait, you know
is
what?
The actual problem. You're changing the entire state for 3 people that say, hey, this is a problem. This is a thing. My fucking license says M instead of F or vice versa.
You know what? I just remembered something. We will bring this up about I want to bring something about Florida. But I
Your
want to bring
camera's
it
a
up
little
for
too high,
tomorrow's
but yeah.
show.
Okay.
Maybe a fun.
Okay. Well, send me what you got on that. But I mean, do you guys really see how this is so fucking stupid? Like, nobody gives a shit about how you live your life. We really don't. If you feel like you're a woman, cool. Chop your dick and balls off. If you feel like you're a man, cool. Do whatever it is that Abel was describing. That's fine. You do you. I don't care. When you make me care because you're trying to change everything about the way I live in my state for 3 fucking people. Granted, there could be more. Yes, as this gets out there could be more that could say that. Let's see how the majority really are, because,
well, to be fair, lawsuits just need.
Yeah. Yes. To be fair, to
Actually,
get that, yes.
You just need one victim. That reminds me, I'll be back.
Okay.
To California.
But I mean, it's just, while he's doing that, it's he's still there. Okay.
Hey.
I thought you were going to the bathroom or something.
No, I said I'm gonna go sue California.
Oh, well, yeah, you definitely need to. California fucked you, dude. If we can get away with shit like this, you can get away with suing the fuck out of California. Let's be honest. All right.
To be fair, California is gonna say, "Oh, I consent to everything." Under informed consent.
You consented to everything. No. Fuck that. Call it what it is. You consented to everything under brainwashing. Not a single motherfucker in your life push back.
Granted,
You're
I
muted.
would have been, in hindsight, I would
Okay,
have
there
been
you
pissed off. But
granted, but being pissed off, you need to fight back. You need to understand and find a way to get around that argument to win that battle. So you're going to look more into the situation. Not a single fucking person said, "Hey, dude, is this really what you want to do?" You know what I'm saying? So that is actual fucking brainwashing, and that does come from the state.
You know what?
Like,
I know California would probably win this all the way to.
Oh, they definitely would.
They'll win. They'll probably lose at the Supreme Court.
Oh, that.
If.
Considering the jurisdiction, that would also depend on who is the judge over that jurisdiction.
No, I said the Supreme Court. If it gets all the way to the Supreme Court.
That's what I'm saying. There are 13 judges, and it's all...
No, I meant the U.S. Supreme Court.
That's what I'm saying. There are 13 judges, and the entire country is spread out between those 13 judges. Who is that judge for your jurisdiction?
We had 9 judges.
Dude, we've expanded the court. We expanded the court under what? Under Obama? No, it is. Is it?
It's 9.
Let me see. Do we have 9? Oh, no. Because 13 was what they were talking about because of Biden.
Yes. Right now, I have a liberal. I think I have the Mexican as my Supreme Court.
Dude, you're fine. Well, I don't know. You're Mexican, so there may be something with that.
Atacaron el Estado.
I don't even know what the hell you said. I speak. Oh, this is no. Yes, I speak German.
I said
somewhat German.
Translate to, excuse me, ma'am. I was attacked by the state.
You could, dude. You could probably pull that shit off.
Well, to be
You're
fair,
Mexican. You were brainwashed. Hold up. You could probably pull that off and get away with it. You are protected. Well, you're not protected anymore under one circumstance, but you're still Mexican.
Oh, here's the issue. I don't think I would have much protection because I'm slowly but surely becoming a prominent voice. I am now turning into a public
figure. For the wrong wing, yes.
Yeah, the right wing. I have become an all-right member of the right wing party, and I'm slowly but surely become a public voice. I'm no longer a private citizen who was individually affected.
That's soon to be followed by me. And I'm gonna get the worst of it because I'm a straight fucking white male who's just trying to have conversations and just say,
of us then. Well,
dude, I am like I'm triple fucking white. All right, like I'm straight, I'm white, and I'm a man. Like everything's gonna be like attack after attack after attack. Like that. Come on, fuck on. Like I'm saying like a lot, but I'm ready for the fucking challenge. No, because it's gonna be hella if that were the case.
No, because California's used.
No, California does hella a lot like that. I've even said it, but it pisses me off. At the same time, I had a girlfriend that was from California, and she used it constantly. Like in places it didn't even need to be because she knew it fucked with me. But it was just, it bothered the hell out of me. And that's where it came from. It came from the West Coast.
I use like more than hella.
Like is it's the for our generation. All right. Whereas everybody just been like, well, here's I was thinking about now we're just like, well, like here's like this is I was maybe like this. That is our for our generation. So yeah. But let's roll in. Let's roll into this last one then.
Doing the state of California, I will probably have to find a lot of other transitions,
dude,
that are not public figures.
Because California is so fucked, you could literally use it against or in your favor. Every single one of their fucking laws, because I mean the brainwashing and everything like that, dude, come on. Everything that they have put into that, including, do y'all remember this shit when fucking California tried to repeal their Civil Rights Act?
I don't remember that, but I've heard of it. I'm not surprised it's California.
What was it, Prop 65 or some shit like that, where they were just like, Civil Rights Act done. Yeah.
We don't need civil rights.
Because it's racist. I swear to fucking God, it kind of is. You have a point. It does prop up one group, our one skin color over another. But motherfucker, I'm okay with it. I really am, because you want to talk about slavery, I'll give you that right. I'll give you your black-owned colleges. I'll give you your BET. I'll give you all of that because that happened to you. What I will not give you is toppling our statues. What I will not give you is trying to erase our history because you think the rebel flag stood for slavery when you know fuck all about the Civil War. Slavery was a big part of it, but it made absolutely jack shit to what actually happened. It was a part of it, but you don't understand that flag stood for somebody who was going to say, you know what? We just had a fucking war where we separated ourselves from a tyrannical government, and you're going to come in here and say, you need to do this because we say so. That's what that flag fucking stands for. Huh?
Wasn't it about states' rights?
Yes, it was about the detransition of power from the government so the states could regulate themselves. They could say what they could do. The people themselves governed themselves. The government had very little to do. That was the actual issue. Rebel flag, to me, I've been here most of my life, 27, 28 years, something like that. The rebel flag to me means absolutely shit all to do with slavery and the color of your skin. The rebel flag to me says, motherfucker, if you tread on me, this is what happens. That's what it should stand for. because it had something to do to slavery, you want to take it in a racist fucking angle immediately. And I'll never understand that. Because if you come down here to the South, we're some of the least racist areas. I've been all over the fucking country, and the most racist I've ever seen is the Northeast. Here in the South, there's a reason why the Southern hospitality thing came into play. Yes, it exists until you live down here. Until you're a Southerner, then it's go fuck yourself. We don't hold open for you because motherfucker, pull it your damn self. We understand. But if we see a tag where you're not in the area, we will hold doors. If we're out of our area, we will hold doors. We will say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And now you're trying to attack that.
Don't forget the non-binaries.
It's yes sir, no sir.
Hey, don't forget the non-binaries.
Right. Like the Zers, bug self.
Mix, demon self.
Can we all just agree that my first interaction with you should be hi, my name is so-and-so. What's your pronouns? Can we agree that should never be my first interaction with a person I've never seen in my life?
Do you prefer that or them giving you the Harris blowjob?
A what?
A Harris blowjob.
Huh?
Kamala Harris.
No. I take a blowjob over. I take a blowjob over having to ask you your pronouns, of course.
Even from a dude.
Now you're asking the hard questions.
You thought of it. You thought of it.
It is a blowjob, but it is from a dude. So, what are your pronouns, Abel?
Fine, I'm going to Alabama right now. I'd rather do that than do my pronouns.
All right.
Send me your address. I'll take a one-way. I'll take a ticket over there right now. Don't tell the wife though.
Oh no, she's gonna have to know.
Fine, but I'm not sharing.
Not sharing what? My wife? Is that what you're trying to say? No, I'm not sharing, motherfucker.
I'm not sharing with her.
So you trying to break my butt? Is that what you're saying? We're not trying to do all that, man. I'm not trying to get my butt broke, all right?
I'll show you California style.
I'm afraid of California. I straight up am. I'm afraid of California. I'll admit that. I don't know what the fuck y'all do over there, but it's not what I do.
I'll show you more precisely LA style.
I've heard stories. I don't want no. I can hook you up with some gay guys. If that's what you want into that butt shit, I can hook you up with some gay guys.
No, sadly I'm not gay. So no thank you.
But you want to break my butt.
If that's my only option or asking for my pronouns, I'm doing the first one.
Never in history ever will be there a point to where you have to say, my pronouns are he, him, or fuck me in the ass. Never in history will that ever happen. I can guarantee that.
Give it 5 years in California.
Nope. Absolutely not.
I say 20 years for the South.
Dude.
5 for California.
I tried all my entire life. I've tried not to have like a Southern accent and shit like that. I know it rings true. I can hear it. I can hear it my damn self. But I've told you about that story. You know, where I was at the school not too long after. I forgot to do my homework. The whole like situation. Yeah. But I totally lost my train of thought right there in that moment, and I apologize.
Let's
I have no idea where I was going with that.
Let's start and finish the next article because we are at 2.5 hours.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let's go. All right,
you
do
5
this.
PM. Yeah, so I finished this one. So let's go to the last article that we have.
There you go.
So let's go to the last article.
I'll be right back.
All right. So while he returns, we'll start on the final article for. And again, we do apologize. We do ramble on way too. So ESPN, Leah Thompson finishes 8th in a 100-yard freestyle final race of collegiate swimming career. Atlanta, Penn swimmer Leah Thompson, collegiate swimmer. I'm retarded. I'm dumb. How's that? Swimmer career ended with an 8th place finishing the 100-yard freestyle on Saturday. Thomas, a transgender woman, posted a time of 48.18 seconds, 0.81 slower than her qualifying time of 47.37 seconds. Virginia freshman Gretchen Walsh won the title in 46.05 seconds to land her first individual NCAA championship. Familiar spot for Virginia swimmers who won 7 individual titles and 4 propelled the Cavaliers to their second straight national championship in dominant fashion. While she was part of all 4 of Virginia's winning relays, got off to a slow start in the 100 but gained steam over the final 50 past Alabama senior Morgan Scott. Yale Jr. Isaac Hang, a transgender man, finished with a career best 47.32 seconds. Tied for 5th place. Hang is eligible to compete in the category because he hasn't begun hormone therapy.
Okay, I'm back.
Thomas was in 8th after the first 50. Hang was in 5th, which is where they both ultimately finished. Thomas was the only finalist to go slower than her qualifying. During introductions, as has become customary at this meet, Thomas' name was met with scattered cheers, a couple of boos, and notable quiet.
Right. So,
go ahead.
Yeah, this whole thing right here is just going to get into more details about the event and the atmosphere and what people were saying and everything like that. Like that's the news media for you. Like we've already gone to the point for this. Like I'm sure most people understand what's happening with this.
I'm just gonna say.
What are your thoughts on this? Like, I've gone on the rants and shit like that. What are your thoughts on this shit, man?
Leah Thomas, a biological, through the race on the last race. There is no way that Thomas was able to go from first in everything to last.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone would have.
Well, I mean, endurance I can understand. Like men are built differently because of what's known as fast twitch muscles. Like it's more along the lines of explosiveness right then and there, that burst of strength, that burst of speed, that burst of everything right then and there. But long run, we can't fucking hang to win. Because they have that, it's like a slow starting engine, dude. Once it gets warmed up, it can go for fucking ever. But you gotta get it warmed the fuck up. Whereas right there, it's just like we're like today's car, start it up, go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So endurance, I can understand that dude just being like bottom of the pack if that's the thing.
But I'm
sure they weren't. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I get where that would come about. But like 100-meter or 100-yard freestyle? Nah, come on. I can run faster than most of the people I grew up with. Even the ones that actually played football at that point in time. I can run faster now, and I'm a smoker that don't exercise. I mean, come on.
You tossed that race, mate. The bloody tossed it.
But you want to put him up against women. Like, I wanted to bring this up. And I know
he did lose was to another transgender. This one being a woman. Trying to be a...
Yeah, you got your counter argument, but
this one hasn't been on hormones,
right?
I'm pretty sure all he's or she's had the female to male is a haircut and a different name, and that's it.
That sounds like Rachel Levine. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck you.
Are you though?
No, I'm never sorry.
Would you like?
I'm never fucking sorry for what I say, because y'all motherfuckers can say whatever you want. So could I. Damn it. You can call me racist. You can call me sexist. You can call me homophobic. You can call me whatever. I'm gonna say it back, and I'm not gonna apologize because y'all are wrong about me. So why the fuck should I care about your feelings? Anyway, but no,
sorry.
I don't give a shit. I give a shit about your feelings, but you don't give a shit about mine.
I care about yours.
That's, well, yes, because you know me. Now, I'm a big fucking dickhead, and you know that.
Fair.
Would you give a shit? Would you give a shit if you actually met me, like, first fucking time? Like, seriously? I'm cussing a lot everywhere, and I have been drinking. But would you care?
Well, isn't that typical for Southerners to drink 24/7?
24/7? No. But you know what? There's a reason why I put myself in a fucking padded room. All right? There's a reason why on my stream I sit in a padded room.
Because you're a Southerner, white man, this hetero,
and all this. Yeah, and everything just wants to fucking kill me. But yeah. But no, I wanted to bring this up as a standpoint too, because this goes back to the detransition kind of thing and the woman of the year kind of situation. Like, you guys are propping up a man. Look at it. Yeah, they might have done some transitional shit, but you don't understand, because follow the science. Let's use your terminology, please. Follow the science.
Which science?
The science. Our Lord and Savior, Dr. Fauci. Hey, I did hear about something about that motherfucker being indicted for something.
Really?
Or brought up on charges, or tomorrow. A bill tomorrow. Yeah, I need to look that up. Yes. But yeah, that brought. I'm sorry, but if you're talking about follow the science, it's shit we've known for fucking forever now, for however long since it was first invented. Stop trying to change your language. Stop trying to change your science and everything. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the problem is.